That I'm not just here to be a rookie and drive somewhere in the midfield.
He is no respecter of titles, is Maurice Schuring, as he goes sailing through.
It was one of those crazy races again where you have to survive on the wet.
Right now, Maurice Schuring to the inside in the Sachs Curva, under braking.
And once I got the lead, I knew, okay, now I will not lose it, whatever happens.
But Maurice Schuring is going to give it one last push to the checkered flag. And that's from the net lead of the race. There's about 2 inches between them. Brilliant stuff. What a battle this has been.
Hi, I'm Maurice Schuring. I'm 20 years old, coming from Amsterdam. I'm a Porsche driver and I've driven in multiple races like 24 Hours of Le Mans and DTM. I'm a Le Mans race winner on my debut, and this year I competed in various championships as in the DTM. So my epic racing story is winning the DTM Rookie Championship. Obviously in the name Rookie it states it was my first year in the DTM. As a 20-year-old I was one of the youngest drivers, and it was as a rookie coming into a championship where all the big dogs are racing. I always looked up to those guys, so it was a big dream to race with them in the same championship and share the track, which it was a big privilege. So I think it's good to understand you have a separate championship besides the DTM overall classification where you score points as a rookie. So we were competing with 8 guys, including me, fighting for this championship, which went all the way down to the wire in the last race. If I go shortly through the season, I think my first 2 weekends have definitely been ones where I needed to understand the way the DTM works. You really have a specific way to kind of approach your weekend, go through the free practices, and it just took a little bit of time to understand what to focus on and how to go about it basically. But luckily I had a great team with Manthey and also Tommy and Chan as teammates who had plenty of experience in the DTM, so it was definitely a good place to learn. I think it started in Oschersleben. It was quite a difficult first weekend to begin with, but I always knew it was going to be difficult.
Now, the 3 times champion that was ahead of him, he is no respecter of titles, is Maurice Schuring, as he goes sailing through, and he's already breaking well clear of the BMW. So Maurice Schuring, a very welcome addition to the ranks of DTM this year.
So my goal was to be in the points. I just did not make it, but I won in the rookie classification. And then the home race came for me, which was Zandvoort. This was the 3rd race of the season, where things went already quite well, a bit better than expected, to be honest, because I was already looking at my first podium in race 1 in Zandvoort. It was a crazy race where it started to rain when we arrived on the grid, and then basically it was this race where you have to wait and survive on the wet tires and kind of wait for the slicks to work, but it takes a long time. But then as a Dutch guy you have a bit of an advantage to be on slicks in the wet, because I just knew exactly where the grip would be.
Ready for the lights to go out, which they do now from red to green. It's a good start for Pepper. It's a good start for Exler as well. He's going to try and get up the inside of the Mercedes of Maro Engel for 2nd place here to make it a Grasser 1-2. He's got the inside line, but Maro might be able to stick with him around the outside. I think Lucas closed the door though, so it's a Lamborghini 1-2. Oh, it's Schuring whipping around the outside of Jules Gounon. It doesn't matter if he doesn't get past him, to be honest, because Gounon's got to go in the penalty box again, hasn't he, when he gets to turn 12. But he does get past him, and that gives him a bit of a buffer back then to the Audi of Ricardo Feller.
And before I knew it, I was already in P4, trying to gun down P3.
As we get the restart underway, look at Max Powell under attack here from the bright orange Porsche, who is trying to get through. Exeter's trying to get through in the gold car, and out onto the grass goes Maurice Schuring. He's going to lose 1, 2, maybe 3 places here, because Pepper muscles his way through as well. 3 places lost from 4th down to 7th. Auer has got him as well. There's more contact between Pepper and Schuring.
In the end, we finished within the top 5, just not the podium, but that will get later into the season. So that was like an intermediate highlight for me. So also coming to Nürburgring was quite a challenge for me, because it was first time on this street track, you could call it. In the end, it's only 4 proper corners, but it has all these little bumps and details. So when you think about a track with 4 corners, you might say, it will be easy because there's only 4 to master, but it also shows that you need to be excellent in all those corners, because it's a very short track to make a difference. And we ended it quite well. I think we were in the points for both races. I was even fighting with Can for a couple of times. So I had a good one there for a rookie weekend. I was quite happy with that. Which leads to Nürburgring. I think Nürburgring for me is an important turning point in my season, because this was the first time that I outqualified both of my teammates. And I could basically show that I'm not just here to be a rookie and drive somewhere in the midfield, but I wanted to be part of the top guys. So I outqualified them for the first time. We again finished in the points in one of the races, but there's also, I think, the low of the season, which was in race 1 at Nürburgring, where there was oil from Mirko Bortolotti coming out of his car, and basically everyone was sliding and slipping over it, and both me and Can did the same, and we hit each other.
Less bad luck that iEngine has had this year. He still had bad luck. He seems to have loads of bad luck in previous years.
Sure, and he got together with him.
We both had to DNF. So talk about highs and lows in the same weekend. I think it was quite an interesting one. One that I didn't do anything that I regret, because in the end I was doing what I thought was right in the moment. But yeah, you don't know that there's oil on the track, but to hit your teammate is the last thing you want to do. So we were definitely not happy with that. Luckily, it still turned out to be the champion, so all good. But yeah, that's obviously far from ideal moment. And then we have Sachsenring coming up, which I think is, if I would have to rank my season, I would say obviously Hockenheim is the highest, but then I would rate Sachsenring, and after that Nürburgring. Because in Sachsenring again, I showed I can outqualify my teammates. I can be in the front. In both qualies, we were super strong, and I think in race 1 we had the crazy rain race.
And we'll go here at Sachsenring, and it's a good start for Jordan Pepper. He's just ahead of Jules Gounon. He's the only one that hasn't got a face full of spray. Now the Ferrari Ben Green comes. That was contact with Jack Aitken and Luca Enxler just behind. Jack couldn't get the car slowed down in time. Ben Green, meanwhile, the Ferrari nips ahead of the Mercedes of Jules Gounon for now, but he runs wide. Used to lead further back, though. Ben Green getting up the inside of Luca Enxler. What a great race this has been for Ricardo Feller as well in the Audi. He's coming up the inside, 3 abreast here. Enxler and Green going at it again. They're not the best of friends. Here comes Ricardo Feller to try and join the party, and Maurice Schuring is trying to go around the outside of everybody in the orange and black Manthey Junior Porsche.
In the end, I went from P17, I think, to P8, something like this. It was one of those crazy races again, where you have to survive on the wets, somehow cool the tires and make it work, which we did. I think the Porsche is a great car in the rain, and we also really, in testing, we really understood what our car needs to be fast and what the tire needs, because in the end you're kind of surfing on the blocks of the tire in the drying wet, which we managed really well. So that led to a successful weekend. On the Sunday race, I was in P3, but then this was probably my second big unnecessary mistake of the year, which was where I crossed the white line on pit exit.
And Maurice Schuring is the next car in line, but he's got to go through the penalty box either on this lap or the next. So Jules Gounon, he's on course for a podium finish here. Gilles Magnus is going to be well up in the points, isn't he? In the Aston Martin, Schuring goes straight into the penalty box. And you've also got a red Ferrari all over a yellow Mercedes. They went through shot. Ben Green trying to get back ahead of Jules Gounon. He lost the position during the pit stop phase.
So I had one penalty lap. In DTM we have penalty laps, not time penalties, which is nice because you really finish where you are on track. But it meant I went from P3 to P8, which was not ideal. I was not too happy with myself at the time, but it's also part of the job and you learn from it. And then it leads also to my yeah, by far my best weekend in DTM, which was Hockenheimring, where I scored my first podium.
Ricardo fella is having to dig deep, work really hard to keep him at bay. They come then into the Sachs curve for the final time here, side by side. Maurice Schuring trying to get up to second place, and it's nose to tail coming out of the last corner. Maurice Schuring is going to give it one last push to the checkered flag. Almost a photo finish, but Ricardo fella by a tenth of a second hangs on to second place. Schuring in third.
I always knew there was a rookie championship, but I really tried not to focus on it, which might sound weird, but I was always focused on the overall race results, because I knew if I focus on the rookie, I kind of limit myself to something that's not my ultimate goal, because I want to fight with the top guys. But then obviously going into the last round, we had a look and we saw I was I think 9 points behind P1, which was Ben Durr at the time, who had a very strong second half of the season. And then obviously every championship you enter, you want to win. So we tried to maximize everything. And then, I won the race in the rookie class in P3 overall in Hockenheim, race 1. And all of a sudden I was leading again. And once I got the lead, I knew, okay, now I will not lose it. Whatever happens, it's mine, and I want to get this championship, which ultimately happened. Race 2 was quite a hectic one, because I got quite a big hit at the start in P6. So we had to box to kind of rebend the exhaust, because my exhaust was like this in the rear bumper, and we had to get it out again. So we had to box. I was all the way last, and I thought, now it's still slipping away, but my boys did an incredible job, and then we just, with good strategy, we came back into the race, and ultimately we finished with the points that we needed.
Really, really impressive stuff. And Maurice Schuring, well, isn't it great? It's a family affair in the Schuring household. I don't know what they put in the water there in the Netherlands, but they are all very rapid.
And then, rookie champion. I still get goosebumps when I think back about this weekend. It's really incredible also as a team. With Manthey, we won all 3 championships that we competed in. So we won the overall drivers, the team championship, and the rookie championship. So it took a while, I think, for everyone to realize what a year it's been. But it was such a pleasure to work with everyone, because you really have a family-like feeling within the team. There's no egos, no one feels that they're better or above the team, and it just makes the work so much more enjoyable. So we celebrated in style, which I think we definitely deserved.